Good morning, grade threes. So today we're going to be doing the fox and the stork. What I'd like you to do for me is I would like you to first read the story on the next slide by yourself. And I want you to try your best to read slowly and correctly. Remember to read it out aloud. After you have read the story, you may listen to the sound clip that reads and explains the story for you. After you have listened to the story, you can answer the questions. Please write the answers on a piece of paper. Alright, grade threes, I'm going to explain 3 words that are in the story before you read it. The first word is stork. A stork is a large black and white bird with a long beak and neck and has long legs. The next word is shallow. That means that the bowl is not deep. And then a snout is the nose. Okay, grade threes, I would now like you to read the story for me on your own. A fox invited a stork to supper. He served soup in 2 shallow bowls. The fox enjoyed his supper, but the poor stork went hungry. He could not drink from the shallow bowls with his long, thin beak. The fox laughed to himself. The next evening, the fox came to supper with the stork. The stork served soup in 2 tall jars. This time the stork enjoyed his supper, but the fox, with his short snout, could only lick the top of the jar. The moral of the story is do to others what you want others to do to you. Last week we learned what moral is, and the moral is a lesson. So what is the lesson from the story? It says, do to others what you want others to do to you. So that means you need to be kind to other people so that they will be kind to you. Okay, grade threes, I want you to get your piece of paper ready. I want you to please answer the questions in a full sentence, starting with a capital letter and ending with a full stop. Alright, I want you to pause the video as well for me, please, before we check the answers on the next slide. Question number 1. Who did the fox invite for supper? Question number 2. How did the fox serve the supper? Question number 3. Why did the stork go hungry? Question number 4. Why do you think the fox laughed to himself? And question number 5. What do you think the lesson of the story is? Right, let's check our answers together. Question number 1. Who did the fox invite for supper? The fox invited the stork for supper. Question number 2. How did the fox serve the supper? The fox served the supper in 2 shallow bowls. If you didn't write 2, that's also fine. You could have said the fox served the supper in shallow bowls. Question number 3. Why did the stork go hungry? The stork went hungry because he could not drink out of the bowl with his thin, long beak. Question number 4. Why do you think the fox laughed to himself? The fox laughed to himself as he thought it was funny that the stork could not have any supper. And the last question, what do you think the lesson of the story is? The lesson of the story is to be kind to others so they are kind to you.